This week, deputies and prosecutors are teaming up to give people who commit a minor crime for the first time a second chance.
It's a program that's now opening up to all of Orange and Osceola counties. In our latest Saving Our Streets report, West 2's Marlene Martinez shows us how this second chance program works and who is eligible.
From tragedy to action, 1 month after the deadly Pine Hill shooting spree.
And this is a complex problem.
Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings brought back the Citizen Safety Task Force, a group of police, prosecutors, pastors, and community members tasked with preventing violent crime. On the task force, Keisha Mulford, Chief of Staff for the State Attorney of Orange and Osceola counties. For the past year, Mulford took off running with an idea: a second chance program for people committing a minor crime for the first time.
We had a mom who was selling Pampers and baby formula. The deputy did not see that as a bad person.
I sat down with Mulford, now 1 year into the adult civil citation program.
Not everyone is eligible, right? So
No.
if you're accused of a violent crime, you would not be eligible for this.
Yes, I want to make that clear. Violent crimes and felonies are not covered under the adult civil citation program.
This is the actual citation. Officers hand these to a person instead of bringing them to jail. Lieutenant Chris Dillon with the Orange County Sheriff's Office works closely with Mulford, helping launch the program and train deputies.
Picture your own family member who's never been in trouble before, never been handcuffed, never put in the back of a patrol car, and they just made a mistake.
Only certain misdemeanors are eligible for a citation. For example, possession of cannabis under 20 grams, misdemeanor assault, battery, and retail theft. That's been the bulk of citations so far. Of the 90 issued in the past year, about 90% are for retail theft.
We had a case of $40. There's no reason why that lady should be handcuffed and put in the back of a patrol car. It's terrifying to be handcuffed and put in the back of a police car for somebody who's never been in trouble before. And just because somebody made a mistake doesn't mean that they're a criminal.
It's up to the individual officer and the victim, like a store owner, if someone gets a citation. And if they do, they are not arrested.
They don't have to get their mugshot taken. They don't have to go through the embarrassment or humiliation of what it means to actually be arrested. So they have an opportunity to have a positive interaction with law enforcement and the legal system, and we wanted to be a part of that.
So they don't have a criminal record?
They do not have a criminal record, no. It's truly a second chance program.
To be eligible, this has to be a person's first offense. They have to be a resident of Orange or Osceola counties, pay a program fee, do community service, and take an online educational course.
The hope is that they learn from their mistake.
This is the first time that adult civil citations have been an option in Orange and Osceola counties. The pilot program started last year with Orlando and Kissimmee Police and Orange County Sheriff's Office. Their deputies issued most of the citations so far.
You think it's working?
Absolutely, it's working, yes.
Lieutenant Dillon says one major benefit, the citations free up resources, giving officers back time instead of spending hours booking people for theft.
They're back on the road fighting real crime, real felonies, and they're available for the community and the citizens of Orange County.
Now that we redid the form,
Lieutenant James Napier trains officers with Kissimmee PD on issuing citations.
building trust with the community is very important.
Do you think the program's working?
I do. Because it does give us that other option. It gives us that other tool that we can use when you have somebody who commits a small petty crime, something that in the scheme of things is not large, but it may have a big impact on them in the future.
On Wednesday, Mulford and Lieutenant Dillon opened the program to all agencies that want to participate in Orange and Osceola counties.
So when we're looking at the shootings that are happening, when we're looking at the violence that's happening, that should be the focus of law enforcement, and we shouldn't be utilizing our officers and our resources on misdemeanor offenses that would qualify under state law for an adult civil citation.
What happens if somebody doesn't complete the program?
So they'll be issued a notice to appear, and it turns into an actual criminal citation at that point.
Mulford says they have not had any repeat offenders.
There are people in our society who will do things and have to go away forever. And there are people in our society who commit offenses because they are desperate. They commit offenses because of whatever the reason is, and they deserve a second chance.
In Orange and Osceola counties, Marlene Martinez, West 2 News.